Now, live, this is CBS 4 News This Morning.
Welcome back to Dolphin Stadium. It is February 4th, Super Bowl Sunday.
This is a live look at Dolphin Stadium. That's where the Colts and the Bears will play the NFL's biggest game tonight.
And the day is off to a soggy start. Good morning again, everyone. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. We're live here at Dolphin Stadium. And you know, Maggie, if the weather is just like this at 6:25 when the two teams kick off, it's going to be a nice night to stay indoors and watch the Super Bowl on CBS 4. But is it going to stay like this? David Bernard.
Well, I think so. It looks like it's going to be kind of a cloudy, dreary day. But with all the excitement around, hey, who needs the sun on a day like this, right? I don't think it's going to be a complete washout. Let's start by taking a look at radar and satellite this morning. And when we do that, you can kind of see what our problem is we have a lot of rain over the Keys and over the southwest coast. And all of that is moving from the southwest to the northeast. So it does look pretty wet here today. On real-time Doppler 4, there's a closer look at the rain that's occurring down in the Keys, and you can see it extends all the way into the metro area. We'll start in Broward County this morning. Light rain up and down the interstate and the turnpike from just south of Deerfield Beach right through Plantation, Davie, and Miramar. And in Miami-Dade, it's the same story. Everybody has at least some light rain or drizzle, occasionally some moderate rain, but it should not get that heavy. So here is the big game day forecast. And again, we're going to call for temperatures in the low 70s for highs. That'll be just about it. Showers likely, super cloudy and breezy. And again, that high temperature of about 73 degrees. So yeah, we would like it to be a nice, sunny, beautiful day, but it doesn't appear that's going to be the case. But kind of like we've been telling you the last couple of days, I don't think the rain will be so heavy that it's going to be a major, major problem.
Okay.
All right, David, thank you. Regardless, I don't think the players are going to worry at all about the rain. I'm sure they are focused because this is the biggest game of their lives, especially for the leaders of the team, number 8 and number 18, Peyton Manning and Rex Grossman.
Well, the football is going to be wet when they throw the ball. And we've been talking to a lot of Florida fans who are going for Rex Grossman, but by and large, the big name out there in quarterbacks is, of course, Peyton Manning. Let's go to Jim Berry for more on the quarterback face-off. Jim?
Well, guys, talk about a tale of two polar opposites. Peyton Manning has pretty much done everything except win a Super Bowl. Rex Grossman is just glad to be here. The ex-Gator has taken a lot of heat in his first season in Chicago, but he has gotten the Bears here with a 15-3 record, and so by Lovie Smith's count, that ought to be good enough for anybody. As we compare these two guys and looking at them, really there is no comparison. Let's look at Peyton Manning first. The guy, 31 touchdown passes this year, just 9 interceptions, quarterback rating of well over 100. Rex Grossman, on the other hand, you never know which guy is going to show up from week to week. He's been great in some games. By his own admission, he was great in 12 games, kind of lousy in about 6 of them, but he says that's to be expected because he is still learning the game. I think Dolphin quarterback Cleo Lemon may have said it best. He said that Rex is a gunslinger. He'll just put the ball up and take his chances. The Bears, frankly, like that about him. They like the fact that he's not timid when it comes to throwing the ball. Peyton Manning, on the other hand, more of a surgeon there. He calls his own plays, likes to fool the defense. So with Peyton Manning, the Bear defense certainly is going to have to be on their toes.
All right, JB, thank you very much.
We have more than 9 hours before the football game starts, so there's still plenty of time for partying, and not just on South Beach where we spent the last few days, but also in Broward County, a good number of parties taking place there.
Broward's keeping up with us as far as the rain today and also as far as the parties. Fans are gathering, getting ready to watch the game, and CBS 4's Ted Scouten is live out there in Hollywood with more. Are we going to Ted?
That's the Playboy party downtown Miami yesterday, just one of the many parties, and you can see a lot of eye candy for those of us who enjoy this sort of thing. You know, I don't know if Fergie was at this party or not, but you can see the celebrities were out there having a good time, and just one of the many parties taking place leading up to Super Bowl 41.
Fergie, if you're still in town, please call Elliot. He's been talking about you all week. All right, this is the Maxim party. This was Friday night at the Sagamore on South Beach. The location was a secret until the very last minute because of all the A-listers that were expected, and they did not disappoint. You see Craig Ferguson, who's hosting his show live here tonight right after the Super Bowl. We also ran into NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon and many others.
Yeah, that's not my Fergie, by the way. Shaq kicked off a series of parties at Casa Casuarina, the former Versace mansion, on Thursday night. Seems like such a long time ago, doesn't it, Maggie? His Sexy 60 party was attended by 60 athletes and celebs from all walks of entertainment. On the guest list were rapper Ludacris, Hall of Fame quarterback John Elway, you saw a little while ago, and New York Giants defensive end Michael Strahan.
But the highlight, the biggest Hollywood names were at the Redskins party. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes surprised the crowd out there when they walked into the Versace mansion. This bash was hosted by Redskins owner Daniel Snyder, and only CBS 4 was there to bring you this exclusive coverage and this, as we call it, money shot.
And sandwiched in between Shaq's party and the Redskins party was a daytime poolside barbecue hosted by Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Terrell Owens. That was also a very fun event at the Versace mansion.
All right, while we were at the Versace mansion, Dave Malkoff was at the NFL Experience, and he really took it literally. He experienced the NFL here. Let's go to Dave right now. What are you up to today?
Well, I'm up to about this high with the water out here. Look at all the soaking wet experience you got out here. This is the NFL Experience, but the grass is very, very soggy. You can see that the water's coming up there. It's going to be this way everywhere all over South Florida today. The water is hitting the grass, making the dirt soggy, even inside the stadium. You know that new experience, that new grass that they put in there that was supposed to be the perfect Super Bowl sod? Turns out it wasn't so perfect after all. And the band played on in Central Georgia, but Philip Jennings of Jennings Turf may have been celebrating a little too early. This was supposed to be grass for the game, a special Super Bowl field farm.
This is a field right next to the one that we had for Super Bowl 39.
They trucked the sod down here from Georgia last month. It was perfect, so we thought. So they laid it down. This piece of loud machinery is called the Field Top Maker. 90 horsepower, 2,000 RPMs of whirring blades in there. Gets the job done in record time, but you know what really gets them going? Hey, Brett, in the driver's seat, hit the iPod. Play that funky music, white boy. This process has got to cost a pile of green. Someone's got to tell us why it's worth it.
That guy? Yeah, this is a canvas that they're going to perform on. You know, if this is not right, then obviously their talents can't be utilized to their maximum percentage. You know, it's just not gonna, they're not gonna play as well.
That's Super Bowl field director Ed Mangan. After that interview, he came back for a second look, and he didn't like what he saw.
The soil makeup, you know, it's grown on a sandy soil, so you add a lot of water to that, and it won't hold together.
So Jennings Turf is out, and Southern Turf Nurseries is in. It was a huge get for the runner-up field farmers. Southern issued a press release saying that their grass saves the day. Owner Eddie Warner told CBS News he was so sure the grass would hold together that I will personally eat any piece of turf that comes off the field. But look who's not eating dirt just yet, Mr. Jennings.
Can you do without the sidelines at the game?
You see, the NFL left a few patches of Jennings' scientific but soggy sod out of bounds. But today, it may all be moot anyways. It's all soaked. And Jennings, well, he's one of those water glass half full kind of guys.
I think if you make it to the Super Bowl, everybody that's there is a star.
But a soggy star, as it would be with all the water out here. We're hoping that once they get started playing the game, it won't be like a slip and slide out there. But you know what? It could be snow. It could be worse. We could be in Detroit like we were last year for the Super Bowl. We're live at the NFL Experience. I'm Dave Malkoff, CBS 4 News.
You know, Dave, it won't be a slip and slide because Dolphin Stadium is equipped with a very expensive, very fancy drainage system. That means the field will be dry in minutes after getting as much as 3 inches of rain. So they're not going to have any problem. Well, one of the guests that was supposed to be here today was Florida's new governor, Charlie Crist. But as you know, we had a devastating series of tornadoes out there in Central Florida, so he has decided to skip that.
That's right, and
here.
President Bush has declared 4 counties in Central Florida disaster areas, and that's going to help in the rebuilding effort because it's going to free up millions of dollars in federal funding for those folks who badly need it. CBS 4's Brian Andrews has been in Central Florida and filed this report for us.
Power trucks slowly making their way through the disaster zone, access to which is closely monitored by local police to prevent looting.
This is going to go to your house?
Yeah, put it in the back of the van.
Even at this late hour, family is helping family pick up what's left. This woman's son, her daughter-in-law, and baby grandchild survived the twister that leveled their home.
I don't know.
That's going to be mine.
The car loaded up with items these relatives were able to salvage for the young family, now staying somewhere else. What did you find?
We found some pictures, a football. I found part of their Christmas tree, maybe just a limb.
Law enforcement teams wrapped up their searches of the disaster zone for more victims on Saturday, with the death toll standing at 20 from a powerful twister that struck in the middle of the night.
Listen to me, listen to me. Did anybody get hurt? Yes. My mom's dead is gone. Okay, is your mom dead? I don't know where she is. Okay, hold on a second, ma'am. Hold on. The whole building is just gone.
Okay, calm down. Are you injured or is anyone with you injured? I need to know any injuries. Are you injured at all?
I stepped on some nails and my lip is bleeding. I don't know what.
Okay, calm
The roof
down.
fell on my head.
Okay.
In Lake Mack, about 30 miles away from Lady Lake, we met David DeMar at his wrecked trailer. His friends helping him and his dad set up some temporary shelter from the rain.
Both my dogs and my dad walked away from it, not a scratch. I got a bruise on my knee and one on my hip right here, and that's it. There's people out here that's a lot worse off now.
David and his dad were asleep inside when the twister picked up the trailer and slammed it back down.
And then as soon as I looked up, when I hit the ground, the roof went that way. Gone. See you later.
Well,
yeah.
It's a day later. Has it kind of sunk in yet?
Yeah, it's sinking in, but what hurts the hardest is the people that friends and family around here that's gone.
Yeah.
Brian Andrews, CBS 4 News This Morning.
And Brian Andrews will stay in Lady Lake. Look for more of his reports later today. Remember also you can log on to CBS4.com for aerial views of the damage, all the slideshows that we have for you on CBS4.com, where the news is always on.
Okay, and we come back, we'll continue our coverage of the showdown in South Florida. There are thousands of reporters from all over the world in our community.
Our Jim DeFede is going to take a look at Radio Row when we come back. Look who he ran into.
Well, I'm David Bernard. I'll have your forecast coming up right after this, once I put the headphones on.
Today's special coverage on CBS 4 News is brought to you by Publix.
Welcome back. South Florida is 8:44 right now. T-minus 10 hours to kick off here at Dolphin Stadium. The Colts versus the Bears, Super Bowl XLI 41. And I don't know what the weather is like in Indianapolis and Chicago. So
below zero.
Probably in the single digits. So I don't think we're going to complain about this rain this morning.
You know, and David Bernard was saying last week that it was going to rain on Super Bowl Sunday. He didn't know how much rain and when it's going to rain, but it started early, and we're wondering if it's going to continue.
Yeah, this is one of those times when I like to be wrong. You know, we would have preferred a perfect sunny day, but what can you do? By the way, -6 in Chicago right now.
There you go.
That's a little brutal, isn't it? Okay, here we are, and we'll go to real-time Doppler 4, and we want to start on this wide view because when we take a look at that, you can see the problem. We've got rain all the way down into the Keys, and it's all moving from the southwest to the northeast. That means it's coming our direction. I don't think the faucet's going to get turned off anytime today. It probably won't be till tomorrow. Mainly light rain right now in Broward, but again, it's this pesky light rain drizzle that's just going to keep it kind of damp and wet all day long. Same story in Miami-Dade, all the way from Aventura to Dadeland, and of course it continues right on down into Homestead as well. Okay, here's a look outside, and with cloudy skies, drizzle, and light rain across the area, we have mid-60s in Miami-Dade, 72 in Fort Lauderdale. Key West has 68 degrees. Stickiness scale, not terribly high, but when it's, you know, we say too uncomfortable, when it's, you know, all rainy and everything, though, it certainly makes it feel a lot more wet than that. And we've had 15/100ths of an inch of rain in weather control and Doral since midnight. All right, here's a look then at the bigger loop. And again, when we put this into motion, again, you'll notice that all that rain is in the southeast Gulf of Mexico. Yep, and it's coming up our direction. And anytime we have a southwest flow like that, it's a pretty wet one. Temperatures right now in West Kendall, 63 degrees. But there you can see some of those warmer temperatures, not only Fort Lauderdale, but Pompano Beach. You're 71 this morning and mid-60s at Pembroke Pines. The headlines this morning, cool in the Panhandle. Really, it's almost cold. Temperatures there in the 30s. And we're kind of rainy and wet here in South Florida. Our true view for today is not the prettiest picture. It looks pretty dark, doesn't it? I think it's going to be cloudy all day long. Lots of clouds, and do expect showers and light rain from time to time with winds light, but occasionally out of the north and northeast. Now tomorrow, when you know it, weekend's over, Super Bowl's done. The showers are going to end. We'll say cool and breezy. And then we really have some spectacular weather, I think, shaping up for the middle of the week on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll say plenty of sun, an occasional gusty breeze with some nice cool mornings, though. Overall, it should be pretty decent. Our winds will come back around to the east and southeast by late week. That means the moisture is going to start to pick up again, a beach breeze. But at this time, just a few spotty showers. The next front, the next rain chance, when you know it, up there in the Panhandle could be coming for next weekend. All right, here's a look at our forecast then for today, and we'll call for a high of 73, showers likely, super cloudy, and an occasional cool breeze, especially by later on today, the breeze should pick up. Small craft advisory still in effect for that reason. Northeast winds 15 to 20 knots, seas building to 10 feet in the Gulf Stream. And for tonight, I still think some showers are going to be around with a damp breeze and a low temperature of 60 degrees. So here's the outlook again as you go into your work week. 73 today, increasing chance of sun tomorrow, but especially on Tuesday and Wednesday, with low temperatures in the 50s most areas by the middle of the week. And then you can see the warm-up kind of beginning, but nothing too warm, into the upper 70s by Friday.
Thank you, David. I think with things getting better, our Super Bowl visitors should stick around.
There you can. Be a good week for that.
Thank you, David. All right, we're going to give you a unique perspective now on the Super Bowl. Our commentator, Jim DeFede, has a very unique way of boiling things down and getting to the essence of the story.
You know that by now. So when he was here at Dolphin Stadium, he didn't focus on the teams or the tourists or the fans. He focused on Radio Row. And take a look at what he found.
Welcome to Radio Row. This is the nerve center for football action. All the media is here. I bet we're going to find out some real interesting insider information about this year's Super Bowl. Let's go find out. You never know who you're going to meet here on Radio Row. We're here with a man who, well, most folks thought was dead. But in fact, he's not. He's the one, the only, the great Elvis Presley. Elvis, what are you doing down here?
How dare you, young man? Yes, of course, Elvis went down to Washington and shook hands with Nixon. And of course, little Dickie Nixon made Elvis a police officer that day. I'll never forget that. But no, it's yours truly. It's Howard Cosell back again. The mind clear, the body agile. And yes, here to bring back some alacrity and a little bit of a conscience to the festivities here, the debauchery of Super Bowl 41.
Rolling. The real buzz at the media center is that Michael Jackson. The real buzz at the media center today is that Prince and Billy Joel are going to be here. There's even a rumor Prince might play. Let's get crazy.
I'm representing Nippon TV from Japan. What I'd like to ask you is, when you have a concert, do you think it's a similar feeling to the players going into Super Sunday?
I don't know. I never played on Super Sunday.
Members of the media also get free complimentary massages. Let's go find one.
Is that the spot right there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got it.
Oh man.
I got it.
Oh. Oh.
Is that the spot?
Oh yeah. Oh, mama knows. His Super Bowl's just kicking my butt. Yeah. Oh, those bosses at CBS, you have no idea. All right, we've been here for about 4 hours now, and I really haven't asked any football questions or football-related questions, so I really think I need to bear down and start doing football stuff. Ooh, free ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love this chocolate. It's absolutely amazing.
Tough assignment. All right, can you tell us who you are?
Hi, I'm Michelle Nunes, Miss Hooters International.
And you?
Stacy Burns, Miss Hooters International Runner-Up.
Wow. I really don't have any questions. I just wanted everyone at the station to see that I met you guys.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
A margarita, please.
Okay.
So what did we learn today? Well, for one, we learned that Howard Cosell isn't dead and that he lives on in a strange and lonely man from San Francisco. We also discovered that Billy Joel has a sense of humor and that Prince isn't nearly as strange as everyone likes to think. Mostly, though, we found out that Radio Row is a magical place where anything can happen and that Hooters girls will talk to you as long as you have a camera. Finally, though, I think the most important lesson I learned here is that if you want to drink in the morning, you better bring your own bottle because the courtesy bar doesn't open till 3. For CBS 4 News, I'm Jim DeFeeti.
Also learned that Jim DeFeeti knows how to have a good time.
He sure does. We'll be right back.
Why this grandma posed nude in Times Square. How to age brilliantly. You'll never guess how old she is. The age-defying secret they all share. Next, Oprah.
Monday at 4 on 4.
Next, E.T. Anna Nicole, the next chapter.
Why don't you want your daughter to take a paternity test?
Then your first look at Vanity Fair's Hollywood issue and a celebrity wedding. Next, E.T.
Monday at 7 p.m. on 4.
Welcome back. As we count down to the South Florida Showdown, we can look back at former Super Bowl stars.
One name that comes to mind is Joe Montana, who led the San Francisco 49ers. But now, as he tells our Dr. Sean Caniff, he's facing a different opponent.
For the last 5 years, NFL Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Montana has been fighting high blood pressure. It's a silent killer, and most people with the condition don't even know they have it until the damage is done. That's why Joe wants you to measure up to him by getting your blood pressure checked.
Joe Montana is known for being cool under pressure, but a routine physical in 2002 revealed he had a pressure problem, hypertension.
At that point, I felt perfectly fine. I had no symptoms and nothing.
Yep, the 4-time Super Bowl MVP, perhaps the best quarterback ever, had sky-high blood pressure, and he didn't even know it. His cardiologist, Dr. James Rippey, says that's not unusual.
Well, in medicine, we call hypertension the silent killer. It is silent, but it does kill.
The American Heart Association says 1/3 of all Americans have high blood pressure, and more than 70% of them don't know it. Left unchecked, the condition leads to heart disease, kidney damage, and stroke. That's why the Hall of Famer 49er, along with his wife and Novartis, have teamed up 5 straight years to bring us the BP Success Zone.
The BP Success Zone program really is an awareness campaign. We're trying to get people just to be aware of what their blood pressure is and the importance of knowing why it's important to know.
On the website getbpdown.com, run by Novartis, there's information about hypertension, how to avoid it, and how to treat it. You can also get a free copy of Joe's book on beating high blood pressure, complete with recipes like that Hall of Famer hoagie. Dr. Rippey says just about anyone can measure up to the greatest if they just know their numbers.
For you.
Doing well?
Yeah, high five.
All right.
And that's exactly the message that we want people to get. Get your blood pressure measured.
Ideally, we'd like to consider a normal blood pressure be under 120 systolic and under an 80 diastolic. So anything that's lower than 120/80 is a great blood pressure, but anything above that, you're going to want to talk to your doctor. Dr. Sean Caniff, CBS 4 News.
Thank you, Doctor, and get comfortable. It's a great day to be in front of the TV and watch our coverage leading up to the Super Bowl.
Our extended coverage continues in just 2 minutes. Our sports director, Jim Barry, will be back with us, also meteorologist David Bernard. So stay with CBS 4, your weather station. We'll be right back.